exciting week this week, and of course, champions of Euro 2020, Italy, after a penalty shootout win over England. Hashtag it's coming Rome. I'll be the first one to admit I was doubting Italy, mainly because going into the tournament they were in favorites. I actually said that Bonucci and Chiellini is too slow for a centre back, but you know what? Experience is something you can buy, and they showed a lot in the tournament. The thing is, for me, is that this has a feel of a Leicester City triumph in the Premier League years ago, kind of like Denmark too. When everything is fast, everything is piss in vinegar. The momentum is with you, everything is going your way, and sometimes when you have a momentum going in and everything goes your way, results and direct gung-ho football, there is nothing that can stop you. I guess I'm looking back now of the whole Italy national team campaign, and it's one of those feel where they enjoy to be hard to beat. They believe that it's going to be the tournament. I think the dressing room started to believe when they scored against Spain. I remember that game. Spain was possession, and then one shot from Chiesa, and it's a counter attack. And I think from that moment on, they started to believe that, hey, you know what, we can go all the way. Even though Spain equalized later on that game, but I think the belief of, hey, we can go straight to the finishing line here. It is that kind of feeling. It was that game against Spain, to me, that defined whoever that is in charge in the dressing room, whether it's Mancini, Chiellini, Bonucci, or the injury to Spinazzola. I think that does it for them. And for the record, I did say that Italy were the neutrals team. I think I said that they were everybody's team. The likes of Del Piero and Gattuso back in the 90s when they were winning a lot of trophies. Everybody was so happy for them. And you know what a magnificent tournament and campaign they have. They haven't had this much success, and I think this is a win for Serie A as well. Those Italian youngsters in that league must be feeling like, I'm gonna get on this team and going for the World Cup in 18 months time. And I think that's great for Italian football. On the other end, England, yes, they came up short. Yes, once again they falter against one of the big boys, which I don't support it, like as if Germany is a small team, but whatever. It's a haters comment, by the way. But I think England have everything to be proud of. For the game itself, I think Southgate was a little pragmatic. The ability to identify the Italians' weakest link wasn't there. They got players like Sancho, Rashford, Saka, Sterling that could unstable the Italians' defense any moment, especially in that extra time. Look, Harry Kane drew the line in the first half to me. He was coming in deep, connecting with some of the mates, the England's teammates, and Italy just cannot deal with him in that first half. As an individual, that was by far the best performance in the tournament. But once again, when it matters the most, he faltered. But on the bright side, England lost on penalties. It's a luck of the draw. It's a toss of a coin. When you lose on penalties and were inches away from winning it when Jorginho missed it, I mean, come on. The fans' backlash is totally uncalled for. I cannot believe my eyes this week about the report debate about the penalty takers and the racism issue. The three guys that miss a penalty are all blacks. I cannot believe it. It's 2021. Effing grow up, man. And people still think this is okay on abusing someone else's skin from a football match. Are you kidding me? How low life of a scum can you get? I mean, I'm sorry that those players have to go through that. Now, for the penalties issue, I got no problem with the penalties taker whatsoever, but I think it's easier for us to make a blame on Southgate right now because the penalty didn't went wrong. But if Saka were to score, it's a stroke of genius, right? But I think Rashford and Sancho should have came on a little bit earlier and not to do it for the penalties. I think Southgate was going for that psychological for the penalties. That's the only explanation for that. But I don't think it bothers the Italian that much. In fact, I think it puts a little more pressure on those two. I think like years ago in the World Cup, Holland did it. Killison was take off. He took off Killison. I think it was against Costa Rica. And then I think I forgot what's the second choice goalkeeper, the guy who played for Newcastle, and he saved the penalty. So that was psychologically the penalty goalkeeper. So I mean, imagine Rashford have not even have a touch on the ball and was told to take the biggest spot kick in his career. That's cool. I guess if you have to put a finger on it, it could be that from Gareth Southgate. But to me, he has done an amazing campaign. And for those diehard fanatics who disagree with me on this issue, think about it this way, alright? The golden generation of Scholes, Beckham, Joe Cole, Lampard, Gerrard, Owen Hargreaves didn't even get close to any major international tournament, with one of the best coach in Sven-Goran Eriksson and Fabio Capello. Let that just sink in, alright? But all in all, it was a great Euro tournament. Disappointed to see some of the big teams' performances like France and Belgium. But that's football for you. The best team doesn't necessarily win tournaments and leagues.